This man punched beef thousands of times every day, all to forge an invincible iron fist. As time went by, Rocky's training gradually reached its peak. Every single day, Rocky went for a run. He ran past the railway tracks, he ran through the bustling market, and every time he passed the market, people greeted him warmly and handed him oranges to eat. The intensity of his training kept increasing, but Rocky slowly began to enjoy the grind. He even progressed from doing push-ups with both hands to one hand. Watching Rocky in this state of focus, Mickey couldn't have been more satisfied. By the end, when Rocky ran to Philadelphia Square, he could conquer those stairs with ease, reaching the top effortlessly. As he stood at the summit, waving his hands triumphantly, he knew he was finally ready. Soon enough, the day of the match arrived. Rocky put on his simple yet battle-ready robe. The robe even had an advertisement that Paulie had gotten from his boss printed on it. That was just the kind of guy Rocky was always thinking of his friends. Suddenly, the stage lights shifted. Apollo made his grand entrance. He was dressed up as George Washington. It was truly a spectacular arrival, and he even tossed money into the crowd as he walked. You had to hand it to Apollo, he had a sharp business mind. He knew exactly how to market himself to the masses.
He looks like a big flag.
Apollo boasted that he would knock Rocky out within 3 rounds. The entire venue erupted in cheers. Meanwhile, the only ones rooting for Rocky were his friends from the bar. The two fighters touched gloves, and the match was about to begin. The match began. Apollo only used jabs to test Rocky. He glided around the ring with his signature butterfly style, teasing Rocky every now and then. After an Apollo right straight punch missed its mark, Rocky seized the chance and landed a left uppercut, knocking Apollo to the ground. This was the first time Apollo had ever been knocked down in his career. The referee started the count. Apollo got back on his feet. He never expected Rocky to have such skill. The match resumed. Apollo finally started taking it seriously. He closed in on Rocky step by step. A left punch, then another right punch. A flurry of heavy hits crashed into Rocky's body. This was the true champion Apollo. After the two separated, Apollo went back to teasing Rocky, landing 2 consecutive punches on him. Then Rocky launched his counterattack, trapping Apollo in the corner of the ring. Apollo was exactly like his son. Even at this critical moment, he was still taunting his opponent cheekily. If you want to know the story of Apollo's son, check out my previous updates on the Creed series. Soon enough, Apollo turned the tide of the fight. Once again, he was back on the offensive, driving Rocky back into the corner. Then Apollo delivered a powerful right hook. Rocky crumpled to the ground. His nose started bleeding profusely. The first round came to an end. Rocky felt dizzy and disoriented. Apollo already began celebrating early, and Rocky's nose was broken. Both coaches gave their fighters tactical advice and mental pep talks. The second round started. Right from the opening bell, Apollo took the initiative and attacked. He pinned Rocky against the corner, unleashing a barrage of left and right punches. Rocky was gasping for air under Apollo's relentless assault, but he never threw a single counter punch.
Oh, come on, man. Can't you fight? Stop playing around and give the people something.
No matter how hard Apollo provoked him, Rocky just wouldn't strike back. After dodging 2 punches, Rocky finally fought back. This time, he trapped Apollo in the corner. Apollo tried desperately to break free, but he couldn't escape. He was like a bird trapped in a cage. At Rocky's mercy, Rocky kept pounding away at Apollo, until the referee rushed in to stop the fight as the second round ended. The two fighters still looked like they wanted to keep going at each other. In the subsequent rounds, Apollo also unleashed his true strength, beating Rocky until he had no strength to fight back. Yet Rocky still stood firm in the ring. This had long surpassed Apollo's claim of knocking Rocky out within 3 rounds. Slowly, Apollo also began to run out of stamina. By the 14th round, Apollo still held the upper hand. Every time he knocked Rocky down, Rocky would stand up again. Now Rocky was completely defenseless. Finally, Apollo unleashed a flurry of left and right punches, and Rocky fell to the ground once more. This time, even Mickey couldn't bear to watch.
Down, stay down.
Apollo raised his fists high. Rocky still insisted on climbing back up. The referee started the count. Rocky managed to stand up just before the referee finished counting. Apollo couldn't believe his eyes. When Apollo stepped forward, Rocky adjusted his state quickly. Apollo launched an attack. Rocky dodged and counterattacked. Several heavy punches landed. Apollo's ribs were probably broken. This round came to an end. Both fighters returned to their corners. Rocky's right eye was so swollen he couldn't see.
I don't want to do it.
Insisting on continuing, Rocky told Mickey to cut open the swollen area to drain the pus and blood, and Apollo wasn't faring any better. His coach wanted to stop the fight. When Rocky stood up again, the audience began chanting Rocky's name. In truth, both of them were tough guys. Apollo fought for victory, while Rocky only wanted to last all 15 rounds. Apollo threw the first punch. Rocky counterattacked immediately, but it was clear, Rocky's punches were harder. As Rocky landed several heavy punches on Apollo's ribs, Apollo lost the ability to fight back. Rocky trapped Apollo against the corner, then delivered a powerful left hook. The fight was over.
Ain't gonna be no rematch. Ain't gonna be no rematch.
Don't want one.
Rocky did it. He lasted all 15 rounds. Reporters and the audience swarmed onto the ring, all wanting to interview Rocky. But at that moment, Rocky only wanted to find his girlfriend. The referee announced that Apollo had successfully defended his title. Although Rocky lost the match, he had conquered the night, and he proved himself to the world, too.